All right, these are some of the things that your tools you're going to need. Most important thing is safety glasses. These are pry bars for trim that you can buy at Harbor Freight. You're going to need a wire cutter, a Phillips head screwdriver, and we also use electric versions of these as well. So these are all the tools you're going to need, or you can just go with wire cutter and a Phillips head screwdriver. Safety glasses are a must because you're going to be underneath the vehicle and you don't want anything to fall down and go in your eye. First thing you want to do is remove the seat, which is the tab that's underneath the seat. You're going to pull back on the tab, and then you're going to push up to lift the seat up. So as the seat is lifted up, come back, pull back slowly, because there is a mount in the front, and we want to see the mount in the back here. So that's the first step. In order to get more visibility to where we're going to be working, you're going to be removing these tabs. I'm going to show you how to do that. So these tabs in the back, you're going to push in. You only push them until they click. It's very lightly. It's only about 1/8 of an inch, and then you're going to pull them back out because you're going to take them out and you're going to reuse them. Now these are your front two push pins, and we're going to reuse the tool to pull them out. And these, if you look hard enough, you can see a high point and 2 low points on either side. And the reason it has 2 low points is so you can come in with the tool and get it in to pull it out. So he's going to show you how to do that now. Pull it up. And then you can pull that out, because these are reusable and you're going to use them again. I wanted to show you an alternative method of removing them. We have our wire pliers here, and again, there's a high point and 2 low points. And all you're going to do is going to come in on either side and you're going to pry it up, but you're not going to cut it, you're just going to use the pry it up. It's one of our easier ways to take these out as well if you don't have a pry tool. Okay, so once those are removed, you're going to simply pull up. Straight up. It's going to give it a little retention, but there are clips in the sides. So now this is open and you can see up front to the wiring harness. And the reason we're showing that is so you can put a light in to help you see where everything is. Now you see that little clip right there? See the little clip right up front? That's what you have to get to in order to unplug the controller. So what you're going to do is you're going to push it forward or release it. And the connectors that we're going to undo, if your head's up by the right tire, they're fairly easy to see because you're going to be doing this red connector and this white connector here. So what you're going to do is you're going to pinch this, squeeze it, and push up. So you can see on the end here where the connector is held in place. So to push this in and squeeze up. Same with this one too. This one's a little different. We're going to turn around here so you can see how the connector goes in. The connector's here, and connector's right here. So I'm going to squeeze it and pull. There's one, and I'm going to do the same thing with the red one. I'm going to squeeze it and pull. It comes right out. So these are the connectors that you're working with here, this connector and this connector. So you may want to mark these or put some tape around it while you're down here. And then these ends you can pull directly out of the harness. So here's the 2 ends that are coming out. Leave them up here. So here's the 2 ends that are coming out. Perfect. So here's your 2 ends. See, this connector has to be squeezed and connected. So we're going to pull this out, and we're going to pull this out, and now as we pull it out, we just want to make sure, remember these 2 connectors here, this red connector and this white connector. So here's the red and the white connector. So when we put it back in, we're going to put these 2 back in. So let's go back up top, and what we're going to do is we're going to slide this out. Alright, so we're just simply going to slide this out. Here's the 2 ends. and we're gonna undo the 2 Phillips head screws. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come underneath here, and there's 2 Phillips head screws that hold it on. I'm gonna undo this Phillips head screw here, and it'll stay in place. And then we're gonna undo this other Phillips here and put this in here and undo it. So once you undo the 2 screws, it opens up like a clamshell and you slide it out. Point to note, there's a hole in the handlebars. So now as we install the new one, we're gonna open this new one up. Open up like a clamshell, bring it around, and then we're going to lock it. Now there's a pin in place that'll lock it in place. You'll know it's in the right spot because it won't turn left and right. Now I'm going to slightly hand tighten the screw in the back to hold it in. We're going to get the other screw. We're going to put both screws back in and tighten it. So we're going to zoom in on the 2 screws here.
There. And there.
So I'm going to tighten these in. These don't get a lot of torque. This is set to no torque. I'll put this screw in. The important piece is that it's lined up with the hole so it closes completely. So we have this piece, the wire is across. We're just simply going to bring it down and make sure it goes into the wiring harness. So we're going to go back underneath the vehicle to complete the plug-in process. So I've turned the left wheel out as far as I can, and now I'm going to look for the 2 ends that are down here. So now I'm underneath here, and it's gone through the wiring harness. I'm going to actually come over here and clip this back in place, and we're going to find the red and the white connectors. So the first one I found was the red connector here. I'm going to plug the red connector in. Find the joint. I'm going to plug it through and make sure you hear a click. It's clipped in place. Now it's clipped in place, so you see it. And now I'm going to find the white one that's right next to it here, the wiring harness. And I'm going to find it, line up the pin. Might have to pull the wiring harness around a little bit to make it easier. So I've got it together here, and I'm about to close it and complete the install. Now it's locked in place. You can see it should be locked in place here. The connector, it's through. I made sure they're both locked in place. Now I'm done. I've already closed this piece off. I've already closed the wiring harness piece off. So keep it in there, baby. So those are your 2 connectors. Angle back a little more. So these are your 2 connectors, and there's your wiring harness clip, and it's all done. So we haven't closed up the ATV, but before we close it up, we want to just test to make sure that was the issue. So we're going to turn it on. We hear the beep as usual, and we're going to hold it in, and we have the reverse beeper. So there we go. And now that we know everything's good, we're going to put the plastic and the seat back on, and we're done.